Alright, I don't know how well this shows up on the GoPro. It's hard to tell. But the big story of the day is the smoke that we're getting from Canada it's covering eastern New York. And it's giving us this bright orange sunrise that I can see through the trees. And I'll do my best to let you see it as well. I'm trying to adjust the brightness. But it's there. The time is 7 minutes after 7 a.m. on day 2. We're here at Woodland Valley, New York State Department of Environmental Conservation campsite in Phoenicia, New York, in the beautiful Catskill Mountains. Let's go take a look at how I've got camp set up. I've got coffee's on right now, ready in a few minutes. So our wood's all chopped. I've got more over there, staying dry. It rained last night pretty good. Got the coffee on, got the radios, got the news going. Brought the bicycle this time, so it would make it easier to explore the campground. There's my food bin. Cheese Danish is right on top, as they should be. Refrigerators got cold cuts, hot dogs, milk, eggs, butter, all the good stuff. Hygiene and batteries. And a quick hand washing station. One thing about the Catskills this time of year, plenty of poison ivy, so the trick to not getting a bad case of poison ivy is this, a simple washcloth. You have to wash your hands after every time you touch your shoes, the ground, put a tent stake in, anything. Just wash your hands. You've got a couple hours. If you wash them, you won't get a bad case. You may get a blemish, but it won't be bad. If you've ever had bad poison ivy, you know what I mean. It stays with you, the memory. Okay, my water is calling me. It's boiling. There's my hat. Okay, water's boiling real good. So I'll take this off the flame. Let it cool down a little bit. As you all know, rolling boil is a little bit too hot to make a good cup of coffee with. No, sometimes it doesn't want to go off. Oh, excuse me. It is allergy season and both nostrils are open, but they're both a bit congested today. Nothing out of the ordinary. The coffee usually gets things started. Alright, thank you for joining me for breakfast this morning. I'm probably just going to have a cup of coffee and a cheese Danish, to be honest with you. I do have bacon to cook, but I'll do that tomorrow morning. The less bacon grease around here, the better.
The capital. The National Weather Service has issued several air quality alerts today. Smoke from wildfires in Canada, including dozens of blazes in Quebec, is flowing south. There are alerts up in the northeast, along the mid-Atlantic, and as far south as North and South Carolina. There are air quality alerts posted for parts of Ohio, too.
Oh, that's a great way to wake up. The little news channel here on a local public radio station is all that really comes in. But they're not bad. Usual morning banter. Kind of what you need. Alright, I'm going to drink my coffee, and I've got my cheese Danish. I've already got a bite out of it. Okay, everything evolves around the pickup truck when you're camping. Figured the best solution to the box was a little stepladder. That's just some secured storage. It's not all that waterproof. I put a tarp over it too. My little solar collector, it works okay. We got to take a run over to the recycling center, just in case I didn't like the bathrooms. On the contrary, though, the bathrooms are very nice. It is morning 2. I can't say it was a peaceful night because it rained very hard around 11 o'clock, right when I was going to bed. And a little earlier than that, we had a bit of a squall at around 8 o'clock, just around sunset. This is our camp. Slept in the Big Blue last night. Always sleep like a baby. Wake up every couple of hours crying. Just kidding. I think you could see that. Oh, sure. We're looking through the screen. Yeah, I've got my clothespin in the corner. The cot is set up. Got my wool blankets. I needed every bit of them last night. It was chilly. Already had my coffee. And I've got a pot of water on with some breakfast. 8:13 a.m. day 2. That's the shower house and the bathrooms. That's the recycling center. Nice cleanup station. Incinerator. Might want to look out the window, make sure there's no bear. Okay, we're not gonna mess with it. They're probably working on it. I'm sure they'll have it ready by the afternoon so everyone can do their dishes. We don't want to attract bears and encourage bears. I've already been told the story. There's a male bear, young one. They make sure that nobody feeds him. I think his name is Yogi. Sometimes he travels with a little guy named Boo Boo. Up where we were, that's the road that goes through Woodland Valley. The entrance is down the road just a bit. This is the camp road that goes through the campground. And this is the driveway to site 25 and 26. Set back from the other campsites along the road. We got Big Blue for our cabin tent. Got the pickup with all the gear in the back. Tarps up. All the gear is out. Got the radio on to the local public radio station. They're having a little fundraising. How much fun is this?
It's a former bank, and the green room is a vault. And if they don't like the sound check, they lock them in. And folks, if this is something you want, don't think about it, just call, because we only have 2 for this particular premium.
Yep.
With your pledge,
Drink
and this
more water.
is not for everyone, but if you can
It's very
afford
important.
it,
I always
if you
forget
will,
I drink a lot of
pledge
coffee, a lot of soda. I
WMC
don't drink enough
$500.
water.
You're only 2 cents.
It's just a utility building. There's another campsite over here though. Let's have a look. This looks more like day use. Here's a real pretty view I stumbled across. Always respect people's land rights, but don't forget, if there's a road, it's still access. You can't go on their land, but you can walk the road. dishwashing station, recycle center. And if you're here with your RV, this is your last stop. Don't drink the water. Some of the nicest shower facilities and bathrooms I've seen in DEC. Nice and clean, modern, functional. It's what you want. No smoking. Got some hot dogs boiling in there. Some sauerkraut steaming away. Oop, my lens is fogged. That's lunch. We got 3 Hebrew National hot dogs with some really groovy German sauerkraut and a Pepsi. Outstanding lunch. Hi everybody, it's a 6:15 on day 2. Pretty uneventful day here. I think the star of Woodland Valley Campground is the quiet, especially during the week. I only saw a handful of cars drive down the road that goes through the camp, and a handful of people walking about. That's about it. Mostly DEC employees cleaning the bathrooms. That was the most activity I saw all day. I did spot a deer cross my path while I was sitting right here in camp. So one of the ladies that worked here said that's the best thing to do, is just to sit still and you'll see more wildlife than walking around. Being about 6:15, it's time to get the fire started, so I've already got it going. Been listening to a lot of radio. At least I get some good radio channels here. When I was over at Beaver Kill, no radio, nothing, not even the emergency weather forecast. That's a little shaky here. It's forecast all the way from western Connecticut, eastern New York. We're kind of on the west end of that range. So the big story today is smoke alert, smoke warnings from the Canadian wildfires. I'm looking at it now. It is very hazy over the valley. The sun has been a very warm shade of pink all day, and they've been warning about, limiting exposure to the outdoors, and here I am sitting in the woods for 2 days. But I'm not feeling anything. I really don't have any respiratory problems yet. And I'm not going to make a big dinner tonight. I had the hot dog lunch, and that's still keeping me really full, so I'm just going to skip lunch. I did my dishes and I threw away my garbage already. I do have cold cuts for sandwiches later, so if I want to get a bite, I can without making a mess. I'm not going to sign off for the day yet. I'm sure there'll be more happening. This is a very quiet campground. This is not the campground to bring the kids. This is more serious hiking. And, real peace and quiet. Remember the old Elmer Fudd cartoon, Western relaxation? That's what it's about. It's about setting up camp, and you live meal to meal, and you go take walks. I have my bike, so I take a ride. But frankly, there's nowhere to ride to here. I've ridden up and down the camp road a couple of times. I did a little downhill ride on the other side of the road. But that's about it. The only other thing to do here would be to strap on my pack and go take a hike. Wittenberg Cornell is over there, and Peekamoose is on the other side over there. I camped there a while ago. I haven't gone to Cornell and Wittenberg and the high peak of Mount Slide. That's the highest peak in the Catskills. I'm not hiking on this trip. This is a camping trip. So if I were going to do that, I would set up base camp here and then have my backpack camping gear with me. And technically I do, but I'm not in the right mindset for it. I've been shooting a lot of campground tours. This will be the third that I've done in less than a month in the same region of the Catskill Mountains. And I'm getting tired. I'm looking forward to a rest. We're going to be RVing down at the beach for a couple of weeks for the summertime, so it'll be a nice break. We'll get some more Montauk stuff maybe, because I'm going to be out east. Alright, we'll be back soon. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave me a big thumbs up if you enjoy this content. Thanks for watching.